in the production.
This one is probably best described as the paradox of uniqueness. It's a far older
All right.
than the previous one. There are some pretty obvious examples here.
All right, first thing first, let's make it so I have.
You give him drugs or not. If you're following his commands and you do his events, you give him the drugs. But if you're doing what's good for him, what's in his interest, then you don't give him the drugs. The word represent is used to describe both doing what the representative wants done and also doing what's in the representative's mind.
All right.
So both
let us go and do something.
Describes this as the interest of the population being at odds
reinforce plate.
The mandate independence. The question asked is, how much freedom should a political representative
roller
have? Should a representative simply do what his constituents
follow this once through
from them, or should he be free to act as best as he thinks
all right.
of their will? It's actually a tough question. I think most people fall to the former option of elect someone to do X.
All right.
They have many to do X in the community. You expect them to do X while they're in office? They come back later and say, yeah, you know what? I decided not to do X. Most people would be outraged. Your congressman broke their promise. They were supposed to be our mouthpiece, our voice in the larger stage. It's very common sentiment. What happens if X is actually a bad idea? Here's a simple example. What if the people who live in a small town that's kept alive by a coal mine want the federal government to put tariffs or bans on foreign coal to protect their local business? Okay, fair enough. They vote for a rep who wants the same thing. They pass legislation, they get what they want. What if that then actually destroys the local economy now? Because the country in question was actually a net exporter. And when they banned foreign coal, the other countries they exported to set up equivalent bans. The problem is, what should representatives do when their constituents want something that is bad for them? And the representative understands this, but the constituents don't. Should the representative simply follow the command of his constituents and destroy them when the constituents are wrong? Or should he act against their stated preferences and instead act in their interest, even if it destroys his own career as a rep? In actuality, these two necessary parts of representation are inherently conflicting, and tilting too far in either direction makes the representative non-representative of the nation. The only solution is constant negotiation between the representative and his constituents, something that many people no longer happens in which are dominated by intra-party politics.
There we go. All right, my thinking is
disproportionately distracts the representative away from
I will do one up, one down. The up will be go here, so I have room to expand, and I do another.
You are, let's say, a black activist who wants there to be more black actors, black or black video game characters. All the same things you've spoken about today can be formulated to fit the new circumstances. The black activist wants more black characters in video games and movies because they want their community to be represented positively in the wider culture. They want people outside of them consuming that media to come away from it with a good feeling about the group, and they want people inside of it to come away from it with a good feeling about themselves. However, Pitkin's same objections apply. There's no reason to believe that any of these forms of representation would actually generate those feelings about the group.
I shall use the price as an indicator for height.
Symbolic representation would turn a black character into a mythic.
So this is the farthest I'm gonna go with 6.
There's nothing about simply being a symbol that would make the wider culture of the black positive, as the character could simply be a negative. Descriptive representation, black character solely on the basis of their shared skin color. Again, there's nothing in that means a black character would make the wider culture view black positive. And since formalistic representation is simply a description of power in the political system,
this will be, I don't know what it is.
It would be a direct demand, because the character is black. Will view, and by extension, you will view the black community as positive, regardless of the character's actual story.
So resource will come from this direction.
Representation means
behind, good.
Story does represent the black community in real life. Does go in a positive light because he's a role model, because his character is positive itself, which is what progressives actually want when they say they want representation. However, the problem then becomes
we do this.
If it's believable that that
bam,
would be
bam,
situation
bam.
Would be that person, then great, no problem. But when you start to get, for example, black Vikings, samurai, the fact that it's not accurate, and that accuracy has been sacrificed representing the real-life black community in the fight, that breaks the representation in the same way that politically, the representative no longer represents the constituents. You might be asking, hold on, if this is all true,
but not hurt as it could be.
Characters? The answer is that white characters generally aren't presented by the author of the work as representations of the white community. When a white character is presented in this way, that is happening far more often nowadays. This same critique. In realizing that, you should now understand why liberal color works. If black characters are conceptual characters, not as representatives of simply as characters who happen to be black, and they are utilized appropriately.
Plate.
All of the representation nonsense.
Screw.
Have black people story.
Rod. I'm doing this because I want to have like half,
Vikings, unless you're explicitly doing some
half and half of what I can get.
which can be fun, certainly. This also applies to female representation,
Right.
gay representation, trans representation, all of it. Progressives reject liberal colorblindness because it means that representation doesn't come from power. Dickens' analysis not only applies to political representation, but also representation in private institutions like corporate boards or whatever it is.
Yep.
Also in classrooms and
As you can see,
basically all
this retarded
the same problem remains.
retardation.
Representation all but ensures that the goals of representation are achieved. It's like trying to hold on to sand by squeezing your fist too tight. If you don't focus on race, you won't become more racist. And if you do, you will. Which is why the BLM people are rapidly approaching the rhetoric of the KKK in a lot of ways.
Right.
We have all observed this in action.
Why
In gaming,
can I
in
not
movies,
go here?
in TV shows, in government, in private corporations, in schools. As all of these institutions begin to focus on representation, a backlash of discrimination has only grown more powerful over time as we've shifted away from the post-bigotry of the 90s. And politically, it's become more democratic over.
Because it is too low.
Has paradoxically led to less democracy. I hope now
I don't know how I know that.
some understanding.
But good enough.
Right, my friends, that about does it for me. Video. If you're watching it on release, stick around in this channel because my editor Dave and I, we're going to be streaming some Space Marine 2 right after this video goes live. So drop by and say hi. I'll see you over there.
Can I not?
Guys.
Big fan of this story. This is Sky News. Hollywood
Alright.
A-lister Zachary Levi announces he is standing by Donald Trump, next president of the United States. I had the honor and the privilege
How about we do
to meet
this?
Zachary yesterday, Rescue the Republic. He was speaking. You can see in this video. And, I believe who do we have? Mark Kennedy. I have the video actually.
Why can I not?
Or John Harris. Tulsi Gabbard and Mark. Zachary Levi was. And it was awesome to see this guy. He's a big star, you know. He's the star of Shazam. They say that Shazam film saved the. So they're gonna still. The Shazam's.
Can I?
The DC.
No.
And then just making $100 million. If you guys don't know, this guy was also the Chuck. It's awesome. I think his work. Absolutely. Big fan. See him hanging out. You know, Dave Rubin was. And, I was Dave, let him know. And then I see Zachary Levi. And I recognized him. I was like, hey, Sergeant. Hey. Oh, hey, nice to meet you. And I was like, somewhere? He's like, well, I don't know you. I don't know you. I am an actor. And I was like, man, like, you're Shazam, dude. Big fan. So Matt Respect was there. And I hope I'm not speaking out of turn by saying that.
Right.
Points, the way the industry is going, thinking about what he really cares about. That is, look, we've got to have a country.
There we go. Good enough. Good and talk. Good and talk.
You know, basically, this, make America healthier. So to hear, understand? While he's still acting, filming, working in Hollywood, he's risked to that is Avery.
Yeah, my back.
Standing with Donald Trump.
There we go.
President.
It's working.
The actor started Shazam, the 2019 superhero, announced his support of the 70. While speaking at Trump's he was at the Levi also known
you can do better than this. But me, I set it up, so yeah, I'm going to go with it.
The 44-year-old Travis parents as Democrats turned Reagan Republicans would always encourage a level of detail this personal search for values he would like to see. This year I found Bobby Kennedy. This guy's the real.
There we go. Yep.
We don't live in a perfect world.
There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Don't you see how beautiful that is? All right.
Let me do this. All right. Let me actually just play the video. It's only a minute long.
How's my...
Straight from this himself.
But the thing I wanted to say is to
Yeah. Do. All right. Plate. Is it plate? Plate. Screw. Plate. Screw.
feel that we are
Right. Yeah.
So as we go to the
Uh,
good too.
You're here.
Wait, you know
yeah, do. It's always the hardest.
Did you get this? You go. Our family, I mean, go and look. Be
Yeah, it's always this.
I understand that you might feel this. Needed incident.
Alright.
Not help get to a better.
Sitting there with Tulsi Gabbard and RFK.
Alright,
I gotta tell you, I had a lot of people ask questions. All the press. What do you think? I'm sitting there being like,
alright, let's get this up.
I supported him. You were. I don't know if I should say. And it was just from my worldview.
I don't need that to do that, did I? No, I
I
don't.
see Tulsi Gabbard embodying serving in the military, honor, serving this country. I believe her story said that. Yeah, what is it? And it's just
Why? Is it clip? Yep. Oh.
You know what? Yeah. We'll see. Gabbard. Years. Because here's pretty
Alright.
real leadership.
Plate.
Absolutely.
Check.
You know what?
Raw. Screw. Check.
Who, like,
Plate. Screw.
us things.
Check. Check.
He's going for big pharma, poison foods, chemical toxins.
Yeah.
You know, we sit here talking about seed oil
Alright.
garbage. How we have a champion of that cause. RFK Jr. was not this part of us.
Alright.
I think it's good for this. I see
Idea.
it is served. Told me it's something so beautiful. I said it before. I'm in charge of bringing it to security advisor.
Oh, wrong one.
And when I was talking to some of the people at I'm looking now and thinking, how does
Nah. Again. My mistake. Come.
being so speak up, stand self inspires funny because see
Again. Can't do that. Alright, good enough.
I've been.
Do.
I'm myself. I'm like, you know, I'm like, what are they gonna say about it? They're gonna try and claim
Rhoda, yep.
that he's not a movie.
Yep.
Been oddly successful actor still. Oh, no,
There we go.
Celebrity. But Zach, he's been even the one successful. It's just, I think it was a fun movie. He's one of the
Do. Oh.
Because it feels like first time in my life. It's revolutionary. This what we saw last. See Gavin. And all these things. And Jordan Peterson show. Revolutionary. Bobby Kennedy Jr.
Can I have an up to for one?
Yeah, we're talking about foreign policy and how. And I see Donald Trump. Our board.
Hitting each other. All right.
Unions.
Yeah, we can have two.
That what we hard for, you know, my friend
Sorry.
grew up.
Yeah, I think I take it. I take it.
Right now. Yeah, everybody did. It would be the most. Procedure and the manipulation. Because Lord help. They need to win. I sit down on this Luger couch, say, see to percentage inside. Plastic.
Alright. I want no, I want Fire to go down that road.
No work. Understand. Dude, that was his fault.
Do.
Assassination document, files, stuff getting released. RFK Jr. involved. See, the administration helping. Exactly what I was hoping. Oh, this.
Wait now. We do this by the book.
And I hope you won't consider this matter. You say that.
There you go. Do.
Reasons. Vote for Donald. Why? Because you like it. You like my. Because you got.
There we go. 1, 2, 3. Is this nope.
Alright. See your super chat. Say, Tim, you could have supported. Real guy, real chance. And I had a tweet where I said, kind of ripping on.
I think I need to go to the dentist. Why? Well, my teeth is hurting.
Right. Respond. Being sarcastic. So got. What? Got you. Oh, done. Is that I was actually. Donald Trump, in my opinion, was always a better choice. He's perfect. Trump actually.
Yeah.
Is a lot of people. Good, he's a good dude. But he's good. You gotta criticize him. You gotta criticize. Can't play this game.
Yeah, good enough. I'm doing this because I don't want any weird thing. Yeah, the weird like back. Yeah. Alright, we can do this.
I'm excited for this.
Do.
Now I'm staring. Good people. I can proudly say if to make America.
Do I wish to? What do you think?
Some goat cheese. That's a hit.
Going.
Big fan guy. Really hope when everybody comes together. I heart Trump supporters.
Oh Lord.
Trump's You know, you may have seen this guy. Those of us concerned. Always been a don't make me Trump's the better option. Trump has done a good job. I've never been the Trump MAGA diehard.
Yep, there we go.
Donald Trump's our favorite. Many of us, despite the liberals,
I don't like this, but I have to allow it. Well, what can you do? Until I have something better.
Subscribe to this channel, make the show with your friends, make up a
Nah.
new song.
Why do I have this? Because I would do this, but so yeah.
Support our work, really do appreciate it. Thanks.
Now, what you see is a clusterfuck of doing stuff. Do. There we go.
Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm not here with Geeky Sparkles, so we're going to talk about video games. We're going to talk about Godot Engine, this controversy, and trying to make some sense of it.
I'm pretty sure I need to do this. Alright,
The Godot Foundation apparently does not want you using their stuff unless you're quote-unquote woke enough to use it. They're urging people who aren't on board with the quote-unquote woke train process.
I would say ew, but
this is not a good.
this is what we have to live with. We can't have perfection without. All right, breaking my leg. Ow.
Ideology, because it hits them in the
All
leg,
right.
even if they personally believe all of the quote-unquote.
Yeah, this is gonna be bad.
Talking points, they're not broadcasting like they were, but yeah, this.
Since we
this
don't
particular,
have ceiling thing,
foundation
we have to do this.
is out there loud and proud about their wokeness. It's going to cost them. And, apparently they're digging themselves pretty deep holes. So we're going to talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Now, we have a sponsor for this video.
Oh, yeah, right.
Given what we're talking about, I think you might be interested in
Splitter.
hearing from them, so stick around. Anyone who's been following our channel for any length of time has noticed that the media doesn't
Since
seem to
when do you
think
do
too
that?
highly of traditionally masculine men in gaming and other pop culture spaces.
There we go.
In fact, manly men,
Do this.
manly men
Let's
are often labeled as
do this also because it does not
sexist or even
auto
homophobic.
click sometimes.
Beyond the media's discouragement of traditionally masculine men, could chemicals from plastics, junk food, and our increasingly sedentary lifestyles be helping to create a generation of less masculine men? Could men be getting less manly simply from living in our modern world? I'll leave that for the experts to sort out, as I'm just a YouTube commentator, but it is provable that testosterone levels have been declining for decades, with a 17% drop among 60-year-olds in 2004 compared to 1987. Sperm strength in men are also decreasing exponentially, with a 32.5% decrease in mean sperm concentration. Mean sperm concentration in the last 50 years. And a striking reduction in grip strength among young men compared to 30 years ago. Some researchers call these changes alarming from an evolutionary point of view. But don't worry, there is hope. The Black Forest
There we go.
Testosterone with Tonkat Ali limited edition supplement has been dubbed a feminization killer, since it combines two of the most potent natural testosterone boosters in the market. Progesterone is a natural anabolic compound that supports muscle growth, improves endurance, and boosts testosterone levels. You get a good grip. Now,
Alrighty.
is an ancient
I just need to turn on and we are good.
that's been used for thousands of years to increase testosterone levels.
Look at this.
improve
Retarded
and reduce stress.
system.
This is natural.
Oh well, live and learn, as they say.
Natural way of boosting your testosterone to
Alright, so we need to remember we need to like
and it may be just
two-
what you need in order to reclaim
one
your
extra
masculinity. Black
space
Forest said that since
before
it's
getting into the
a
storage.
limited
Yeah,
edition, Once it goes out of stock,
Look at that.
it's going to be out of stock
Yummy,
forever.
yummy.
So make
Lemon
sure you
squeezy.
purchase yours as soon as possible.
Uh,
Black Forest Supplements is a brand dedicated to bringing traditional masculinity and femininity back, fighting hard to bring back what's been lost. So if you want to take control of your health and your life, check out Black Forest Supplements. Don't let anyone tell you that being strong and confident is a bad thing. It's what nature intended for you. And by supporting my sponsors, you support me directly. Hurry up and take advantage of this
There we
amazing
go.
48-hour promo.
Let's get some production going.
This amazing brand that is room with Tomcat Ali, the feminization killer.
The unfortunate thing is,
48 hours, go to blackforestsupplements.com.
we're getting like almost nothing, but we are getting something.
So let's see.
Unfortunate thing is, this thing needs 60. I'm pretty sure this thing needs like 100. Yeah, 160. I want 4.
There are some games that are pretty notable.
So I want 4 to get production.
Video game developer.
If nothing else, I don't want but yeah, should get doing that.
Commander Keen and Keen Dreams. We have Sonic Colors Ultimate. So we had Sonic.
Oh, my legs.
Rotato. We have
My extra leg.
which I've set these.
All right, so 4 wall segment height is good.
Aspire 2.
For the 4, no, 3 wall segment height is good, but the 4th is
So
bad.
that's kind of the bird's eye. I pretend to know everything about this engine. Personally, do not develop video games.
All right.
I found this post out on Locals Act. Unduke. Thank you for that.
Anyway.
He is basically encapsulating everything that is going on with it in a more easily digestible format here.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right.
Mass cleansing of non-woke supporters. Those who suggest Godot focus on software are labeled filth of humanity and toxic of censored. Yeah, so they went on a banning spree, and they were.
Why did I do this? I don't know.
Basically, like, hey, we love our woke games. The link to your woke games down here, you toxic chuds. We're gonna ban you. It's so ridiculous. So since the XOS Linux project recently enacted their self-proclaimed
Control V,
they
Control
labeled
C.
as Nazis,
There you go.
but who were in fact really not. So he has another post out. This is
Did I?
as rock.